Jude Bellingham loses his cool. England vs Argentina ends in World Cup chaos. One moment, England believed they were heading to the World Cup final. Just minutes later, their dream had completely fallen apart. Argentina had completed a dramatic comeback. Emotions were running at their highest, and then something unexpected happened. Television cameras appeared to catch Jude Bellingham making contact with Argentina substitute Valentín Barco after the final whistle, sparking a heated confrontation involving players from both teams. But what really happened? Did Barco provoke England's players? Could Bellingham now face FIFA disciplinary action? Let's break down the entire story from the beginning. Welcome back to United Flow, where we bring you the biggest football stories with facts, analysis, and zero unnecessary drama. If you enjoy football news explained clearly, hit subscribe and turn on notifications because football never sleeps, and neither do we. Now, let's get into one of the biggest talking points of this World Cup. This wasn't just another football match. It was England against Argentina. A place in the World Cup final was on the line. From kickoff, the intensity was obvious. Every challenge mattered. Every tackle carried emotion. The referee had a difficult evening as both teams battled aggressively across the pitch. One of the first flashpoints came inside the opening minutes when Jude Bellingham exchanged words with Lionel Messi after a foul involving Elliot Anderson. Although cameras quickly focused on the confrontation, Bellingham later insisted it was simply a discussion about the challenge and nothing more. The match continued at a relentless pace. Neither side wanted to make the first mistake. Then, early in the second half, England finally found the breakthrough. Anthony Gordon fired England into the lead, and suddenly Gareth Southgate's side looked just one step away from reaching the biggest match in world football. England controlled large parts of the second half. The clock kept ticking. Argentina looked under pressure. But champions rarely give up. With only minutes remaining, everything changed. Enzo Fernandez found the equalizer in the 85th minute. The stadium exploded. England looked stunned. Momentum completely shifted. Then came the moment that broke English hearts. Deep into stoppage time, Lautaro Martinez rose above the defenders and headed home the winning goal. Within seconds, England's dream was over. Argentina had booked their place in another World Cup final. For England, it was one of the most painful defeats imaginable. Leading late in a World Cup semi-final, only to lose it in added time. But what happened next would dominate headlines around the world. As Argentina celebrated reaching the final, substitutes and coaching staff rushed onto the pitch. Among them was Valentín Barco. Although he hadn't played in the match, he joined his teammates during the celebrations near England's players. Moments later, television cameras appeared to show Jude Bellingham walking towards Barco before making contact with the back of his head. Immediately, players from both teams rushed toward the scene. Tempers flared. For a few tense seconds, it looked like the situation could become much worse. Fortunately, teammates and staff quickly separated everyone before the confrontation escalated further. At this stage, there has been no official explanation confirming exactly what was said between the two players. However, videos shared after the match appeared to show Barco celebrating close to England's players following Argentina's late equalizer. Some fans believe that celebration increased tensions. Others argue emotions simply boiled over after such a heartbreaking defeat. Without official confirmation, the exact reason remains unclear. Now attention turns to FIFA. According to multiple reports, the disciplinary committee could review the incident. That doesn't automatically mean punishment is coming. Officials usually examine several factors before reaching a decision. How much force was used? Was there clear intent? Did the action qualify as violent conduct? Or was it simply an emotional reaction in the heat of the moment? Those questions will likely determine whether any disciplinary action is necessary. If FIFA decides further action is required, Bellingham could potentially miss England's third-place match against France. However, as of now, no official punishment has been announced. Until FIFA releases a decision, every discussion about possible suspensions remains speculation. Football is built on passion. Sometimes that passion creates unforgettable moments. Sometimes it creates controversy. England will now try to recover from one of their toughest defeats in recent memory. Argentina move one step closer to lifting another World Cup trophy. But many fans are still talking less about the winning goal, and more about what happened after the final whistle. So here's the question. Did emotions simply get the better of Jude Bellingham? Or did the celebrations go too far? Let us know your opinion in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to Final Whiz, and turn on notifications because we'll bring you every update as soon as FIFA makes its decision. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.